What do you feel is the biggest difference for you from day one of camp to 2.5 weeks later now?
I think just getting back in the swing of things. You know, when you come back that first day, it's kind of since spring ball, we've been working out a lot, but you know, nothing to that level of intensity of practice and running plays and being with our coaches. So I think just getting the swing of things, getting back into football shape. Getting more and more comfortable as the days go on.
What have been sort of the ups and downs throughout the course of this competition? Whether you have good days, and Marcus you think has a good one, or you have a bad one, he has a bad one. What's it been like over the last couple of weeks?
I think it's been good. You know, we've both been doing a good job. I feel like you know, you're not going to be 100% every day. You make some mistakes, but those are what you learn off of. Overall, though, I think it's been good.
How do you assess your own performance walking off the practice field each day? I mean, what makes it a good day for yourself?
Well, the main things I look at is just decision making. I feel if I had a day of making good decisions and putting the ball where it needs to be, then I'm usually happy with that. You know, you just got to try and be consistent with that. And, you know, the more you do that in practice, the better things come in the game.
Bryan, do you pay attention to what the other guys are doing, or are you just really focusing on your?
Yeah, I pay attention to what they're doing. I help them out, you know, as much as I can. But in the end, I'm mainly kind of focused on my game and our team as a whole. You know, the other quarterbacks, they're kind of younger dudes are figuring their way out as we get through camp. And you know, Marcus, he knows everything. He knows his stuff just as I do. So kind of let him do his own thing. But you know, I watch during practice. I watch film. We watch each other, but I mainly analyze myself and think about what I can do best to help my team.
Is there, to any extent, does this feel like it's going to come down to Thursday in your mind? I mean, are you putting any significance on Thursday? You know, kind of the last practice before they said they'd make a decision in the scrimmage and everything.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this whole camp has something to do with it. I think Thursday is going to be a big deal just because that last scrimmage is kind of live, even though it's not live for us, but it's live for everybody else, and it's kind of that last day of evaluation. It's game situations. But, you know, those are things we've been doing all these past 2 weeks. But being that it is the last day, I feel like it would be helpful to leave a good impression.
How much pressure have you felt throughout all this, given that, you know, if Marcus wins the job, there may not be a chance for you to play with the Ducks after this, or if you win this job, then it's your job.
Yeah, you know, those are things I try not to really worry about. You know, in my back of my mind, I know it's a possibility, but you know, if I'm sitting here worried about what I'm going to do if he gets a job, or you know, those types of things, and my mind's focused in the wrong areas. I'm mainly focusing on taking it a day at a time, trying to get better, and things like that.
Bryan, I think with that, you came out of the spring game pretty disappointed, I think, in your performance. Do you think that where you see yourself now in fall camp, that you've redeemed yourself, or was that just kind of an aberration on that day?
You know, that was just one day, you know, and it happened to be a day that everybody came to watch. So I think that made it a little bit harder on myself. You know, I wouldn't say I had to redeem myself, but I do feel that I've come back strong. I haven't let that affect my game in a whole, my style of playing or things like that.
Was that a motivating factor though as you came into camp?
Definitely. I think anytime that you're not successful, or maybe not that you're not successful, but maybe don't meet your personal standards, to me it's a motivation to try and get better, and a little extra motivation, like I said, to really get going.
Do you guys have any sort of idea in terms of what day specifically you'll hear from Chip and from the coaches as to?
I'm guessing sometime after the scrimmage, maybe not that day or the day after, but sometime soon after that. I'm sure we got to start getting ready for Arkansas State here next week.
So I know you said you're obviously trying to take it day by day and whatnot, but now that we're in Tuesday of that week, how hard is it to not kind of look ahead a couple days from now, knowing your fate?
I mean, it's crazy to think about that. One decision to these coaches could be one way, so happy, or the other way, not a little disappointed. But like I said, I'm doing my best to to not worry about those things and focus on tomorrow's practice and focus on the scrimmage and just finish strong.
No tired of answering questions about the quarterback competition, are you?
I'm definitely ready to, worry to move on to some new questions, worry about some games and things like that. But, like I said, I'm excited to see what happens.
Maybe put in perspective of how good this offense can be this year as opposed to last year.
I'm excited to see that happen. Our offense is we're doing well right now. We got a lot of good players. We got a lot of guys that can make plays. I think we have maybe, even though we've lost some guys that have been here, I think the way we play is experienced. Obviously it's a little different when you get in those live game situations, but we got guys up front that have been out there and played and have been really working their tails off. Ryan Clanton, Coronas Grossu, Jake Fisher, Tyler Johnstone stepping in. These are all guys that I think are going to really do a good job of keeping quarterbacks protected, making holes for the running backs, and then you get to the running backs and DeAnthony Thomas and Kenyon Barner. There's Josh Huff out of receiver. Keenan Lowe stepping up. There's so many people that could be explosive, and I think if we just continue to work on getting better, then we should have a good chance to be successful on the offensive side of the ball.